Scopely, how out of touch with your community are you right now? The players are angry at the current state of the game. Trust has been eroding over all these bugs and errors that are constantly plaguing Marvel Strike Force. Silence regarding a lot of the issues, a lot of the current changes that have been made in Marvel Strike Force that seems to be squeezing every last penny out of players and removing fun in attempts to get more money out of players. And in the midst of this current state of the game, you choose to launch one of the worst character release events ever. Worse rewards than any other event that I can remember. A horrible selection of characters to use, which I don't know how it adds fun into Marvel Strike Force. So yeah, so we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this event and what needs to be done to fix this current state of the game, Scopely. And if you're ready for that, guys, find that like button. Let's go smash it.
ValleyFlyin.
What is up, Valley Maniacs? I am ValleyFlyin. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're still having fun in Marvel Strike Force despite some of these short-sighted decisions by the devs, especially with this event that we're going to talk about. Now, I am going out of town and I'm expecting that the devs will finally answer some of the questions and maybe revert some of the changes about the Doom raids and ISO 8 today. We did get a message on Reddit yesterday from Zeke's we should hopefully have it yesterday. We didn't get that yesterday, so hopefully we'll get that today. Unfortunately, I am going out of town. We're having a family trip. We're going away for the summer, so hopefully I can respond to that quick enough. But I did want to talk about this event before I left, this Moondragon event, which seems very, very short-sighted. Doesn't seem to have as good rewards as some of these other events in the past, and the selection of characters is very, very short-sighted. I don't know how you're going to use some of these characters in the raids. So it's very apparent that the devs either don't care, they don't play this game, or all they want to do is suck the fun out of the game and get every last dollar for us by buying these Unity orbs or this ISO 8 blue, which we may have to do. And before we get into this event, guys, if it's your first time here, make sure you subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, for better or worse. Hopefully we have more positive things to discuss about this game, but we're also discussing Marvel Future Revolution on this channel, so make sure you hit that subscribe and that notification bell and everything else. But without further ado, let's go into the game and talk about this Moondragon release event. And we'll talk about this orb opening first, because the rewards for this seem very, very underwhelming. Previously in this type of orb opening for characters, we've had these character shards. Yes, we also have character shards for some other exclusive characters that have recently been released. Nothing in this. So red stars, gold promotion credits, silver promotion credits, cool things, nothing though. We get nothing but gear and some Moondragon shards. I guess they thought we're too generous, we're too friendly to the players, and we shouldn't do that now that the players are upset. We should make it less friendly. We should give out less things. Let's not try to build back some trust, some faith in the players. Let's not try to give them fun. Let's just make it worse and worse and worse, and hopefully that'll incentivize them to spend money. I think that's what they're thinking here. Either that, or they're totally out of touch and do not know what players want and how to make events fun for the players. It's either one of those two. But let's look at these milestones here. This is where the real issue is, and that's because the scoring for this event here. You have to win or lose a raid battle with quirky characters, and we're gonna get into these quirky characters because they don't seem to fit in these raids at all, and you just get points for winning and losing a raid battle. And over the course of the event, now we don't know how long this is. I'm thinking it's gonna be 14 days, but it could be 7, it could be 14, it could be 20, it could be longer. So it's very unclear how much each alliance mate will have to do on a daily basis. But over the course of the event, if you divide this 75,500 by 24, you get 3,145 per member. And again, we don't know how long this event is going to last, but yeah, over 3,000 over the course of this event. If you're not using these quirky characters, you're going to be in trouble in trying to hit all these milestones. And if you're just doing these raid battles, over 1,000 raid battles that you're going to have to do over the course of this event, if you're not using these quirky characters, which is kind of the issue with this event here. Let's go take a look at the selection of quirky characters, because not a lot of great raid characters in this, if you're asking me. Now, if you're in one of these lower raids like an Ultima 7 or lower, you're gonna be able to use any of these characters because those raids don't have any restrictions, fortunately. But currently right now, the Greek raid that we have going on is the Gamma raid, which there's not a lot of use for these characters with these tags, the restrictions of the Gamma raids. And if you're in the Doom raids, if you don't have these characters at ISO 8 level 5, you're not using any of these characters. And if we look at my quirky characters, we got none. We got 0 right now, or I guess we got 1 that has ISO 8 level 5, or 2. I just leveled up Jubilee as well. So we got 2 that has ISO 8 level 5, but nobody else has a lot of ISO 8 on them. So yeah, it's horrible selection of these characters. If we look at, and if we scroll these tags here, if we're just talking about the Doom raids, and I know a lot of players are not in the Doom raids, but if you're in the Greek raids, these tags don't help. If we look at what bio characters we have, none of the symbiotes. Only real valuable character that can really compete in Doom right now is Phyla, and maybe Yo-Yo, but the rest of these characters not that great and not really worth putting a lot of resources in. Let's look at another tag that is apparent in the Doom raids, and how valuable are these characters here. If we go down to what's the next the skill section? The skill section here. Gamora's pretty decent. Killmonger, Hawkeye, I don't know how great they're going to be in the Doom raids. And this is an event that you're supposed to unlock Moondragon with. Unless you spent money on Moondragon, she's not available for this event. So there goes that. Let's go down and see some of these other tags for these Doom raids, because they're not very good. Let's go to the tech. What tech characters that we have that are viable in the Doom raids? None of these are very good characters for the raids. Maybe Falcon, but that's about it. The rest of these characters, not very valuable as far as the tech characters in the Doom raids. Let's take a look at some of these mutant characters. Where's the mutant? There it is. Boom. What mutants do we have? Oh, we got Shatterstar. He's a great character. Oh, but we don't have Longshot, so that diminishes his value significantly. We got Jubilee there, Iceman there, Kitty Pryde there. We got some of the Axemen that are valuable, but unless you have them at level 5 ISO 8 or level 4 if you're in one of the early lanes, you're not using them in the Doom raids. You can still use them in Ultimus 7.5 or one of these lower Ultimuses, but yeah, not using them. Short-sighted in their selection of these characters. I mean, or just very greedy. I keep saying short-sighted. Maybe this is done on purpose because they know what the value of these characters are in the raids. All right, who is valuable in the raids here? I mean, maybe White Tiger, but the rest of the characters not that great for the raids either. And if we go down to the support, you guys were pointing this out to me on the chat this morning. What support characters do we have that have that quirky tag? One. And this is the character that we're supposed to unlock with this event. So yeah, it's very weird. Now, we're not just having to use this in this. The whole event with these quirky characters don't suck, but using them in that first milestone that we can see in the raids is bad. It's bad. It's not fun for the players. I don't know how any of their decisions recently, and I'm talking about Scopely, adds fun to the game. It adds grind, it adds bottlenecks, but if you're looking at the fun that this adds to the game, not much, because now players in the raids are going to have to either choose between getting some blue ISO 8, if you're into Doom raids, between getting some blue ISO 8s, or if you're not into Doom raids, getting to that highest possible raids that your alliance could do, and getting Silver Surfer shards and those milestones, or dropping down to use these quirky characters to get Moondragon shards. It's a choice that players have to make. Previously, a lot of alliances did, but there was no ISO 8 blue at stake. There was no Silver Surfer. There was no improved milestones at stake. So there wasn't a lot of you weren't missing out on dropping down. Now we are, because of these short-sighted decisions for ISO 8 requirements and the Doom raids. And if we want to look at this event in totality, we're going to go back to this blog post from May 28th, and we see not everything about it sucks. We're gonna get this Unity Orb, which in the past, it's usually all the characters that have that special trait, which in this case is that quirky trait. And that is, you're probably gonna have those characters in the orb, minus a few of those more coveted characters. So that's probably what's gonna be in the Unity Orb. That's how it's been in the past. Strength in Numbers Milestone, where we compete in Blitz Arena using these quirky characters traits. This is how it's been in the past as well. This doesn't seem to be that much of an issue. Obviously, all these quirky characters are not going to be the best in arena, but if you could grind this out through Blitz and get these milestones, usually a daily milestone which resets every 24 hours. It's not in the game yet, and the orb is not in the game yet, but it should be. Maybe by the time you're watching this, these all this information will be in the game, and we'll have more of a indication of how long these events will be and how much points you're going to need as an alliance mate per day for this event. But yes, these things kind of where they are. The Marvelous Allies milestone, this is what is really crap, because especially if you look at these Greek raids, even if you're not in any Doom raids, if you're in one of the Ultimates raids, these Greek raids, these characters do not make sense for the Greek raids either. So you're gonna have to even potentially even drop in whatever Greek raid you're doing to earn these fragments, which seem a little less valuable than they have in the past as far as what the milestones are. And the Barrier Breaker milestone, this is significantly changed and not as good as some of the previous milestones we had. It's like they're upping the requirements to play this game, upping the amount of cash you need to spend on characters to play this game, but we're taking rewards away and taking fun away. And I don't understand what their strategy is right now here, Scopely. I don't know what you're trying to do to your community. I don't know what you're trying to do for this game. And this Bright Future milestone, and we're gonna get some of these Unity Orb fragments with the ISO 8 campaigns. A lot of times this ad lasts for 24 hours, so that'll be a good thing there, but again, it's a temporary solution for this. Now, let's go into these Doom raids here, or these Greek raids here, excuse me. This is Gamma Raid 4, which is currently going on right now. Let's take a look at some of the traits here and compare that to some of these quirky characters that we have in the game. These characters that have this quirky trait. Spider-Verse, not a lot of great Spider-Verse characters. I mean, we have Spider-Man in there, we have Miles in there. That's about it though. So you're not using Spider-Verse characters. Avengers, we have Sam in there, we have Ant-Man in there, Hawkeye, Iron Man. I mean, are these any really great characters? We have some Guardians in there that are pretty good though, so you can use the Guardians in this early lanes. Pimtech, not a lot of great Pimtech characters with a quirky tag as well, so gonna potentially drop in that. X-Men, we have a few. We can kind of muddle together a X-Men team if we're taking normal X-Men with there. And then as we get to the far lanes, we see more Mercenary, Spider-Verse, Guardians. I don't know how you're going to get through this, especially towards the end when you could only use Spider-Man and Miles and Guardians. I don't know how your alliance is going to get through this with these quirky characters. And if you go into this middle lane, it gets even worse. Only the Defender that has that quirky tag is Luke Cage. Hydra, we have a few. It's like they went through these Greek raids or this Gamma raid and chose, all right, what is the worst character that we could have from each trait? Enter. We'll give you Shatterstar, but we're not going to give you the full dad bros. It's either, I mean, I don't know what it is. It's either incompetence that they don't know this game, they don't know which characters are usable in the raids, or they did this on purpose just to squeeze more money out of the players in the current climate of the game. So what can be done? What do you need to do, Scopely, to add more fun to this game? Start to listen to the people in Scopely that actually play this game. I know not everybody plays this game, but I know there's people in there that do. They need to be listened to. The community needs to be listened to. When feedback is given, it needs to be answered not in almost a month. It needs to be answered sooner. I mean, we're still waiting on word of what is going to happen with these Doom and ISO 8 requirements. Those have been announced almost a month ago, and virtual radio silence from the devs. They have done a few things. I'll give them credit where credit is due for some of the things they've announced, but a lot of the changes they've announced are all temporary changes, which don't add any long-term permanent relief for players. So stop squeezing players for every last thing. Put fun into the game. Give players. Be generous with players. I know it may not increase your bottom line in the short term, but building players' trust back, I think, is important. Giving players more fun. Stopping the bugs. Stopping these constant errors that are plaguing Marvel Strike Force. I mean, there's even rumors that there's a bug with ISO 8 going on right now in the blue ISO 8. I don't know how valid that is. I don't know if it's a visual bug, but there's stuff that's going on. So fix the game. Stop being so lazy with these decisions. Look for the long-term health of the game. Look towards your players. Ask your players for feedback and listen to the feedback and implement some of the changes. This is what I think needs to be done. Hopefully we get some of that in the blog post that I'm expecting today, but it could be delayed till later. It could be delayed till tomorrow. It could be delayed till next week. Who knows? Who knows? It's hard to say with what is going on with anything at this point. I don't know if they have a plan. And oh, that's another thing. Have a long-term plan for this game. It seems like a lot of these things that are happening in the game are very short-sighted, very short-term with their thinking, and very reactionary. So have a long-term plan for Marvel Strike Force, where this game is going, and what you're gonna do to restore the trust and for the players and give fun back to the players. And if you do that, I think the community will be a lot happier, and I know a lot of people are going to open up their wallets more when this game is fun and trust is earned back. So that is it, guys. Hopefully we get some good news later today. If not today, maybe tomorrow. Hopefully the blog post is good. They've taken a long time to write this blog post, so hopefully we get some positive news in it. I will see you guys back. We have some videos that I shot before I recorded, and I'm bringing my phone, and maybe we'll do a quick video as a reaction to the blog, and hopefully it's a positive video and a less salty video. That's what I want, guys. And we'll see, though. We'll see. Before you go, make sure you check out some of my other videos. Check me out on social media and give me that Hulk fist bump, guys. ValleyFlyin out.